Namaste, namaskaram, vanakkam, namo namaha, Jai Ganesha. Please visit our website at classicalyoga.org, and there's a donate button there where you can help us out. And please stand up for the Hindu, yoga, religious, spiritual, scientific, philosophical lifestyle. It's all of those things. Today's podcast, Santosha and Saraswati, Contentment and Competent. Very often we see Ganapati and Saraswati together, and also sometimes with a third, Mahalakshmi. So let's look at the wisdom of Ganapati and Saraswati, and we'll obviously also include Mahalakshmi. So in the Vedas, Ganapati is known as Brihaspati, the male deity of speech. It's a beautiful word, Brihaspati, 3 words. Bri, of course, is the root word for Brahman. And remember, Brahman is not God. Brahman is our neuter term for the greater forces of Satchidananda. And it comes from the root bri, which means to expand, hence the expansion that is life itself, the very big bang of creation, bri. And has means to laugh. And pati is, of course, deity, male deity. So Ganesha is known as the great expansive, laughing deity, Brihaspati, the male deity of speech. And all Hindus know that we beseech Mahaganapati first, and every Hindu should know why. And every Ganesha puja also brings out a great sense of laughter, joy, and the subsequent experience of santosha or contentment, which is his prominent feature of his big belly, along with his elephant head, obviously. So Ganesha as santosha, contentment, as the deity of speech, male deity. Now, in the Vedas, Ma Saraswati is the female deity of speech. Note that in Hindu Dharma, we always give equal time to the male and the female. Remember, we don't look to a one male creator being or a one female creator being either. We understand the primal forces represented by Brahman of Satchidananda, Jyoti Shakti, Ananda Shanti, which then assumes innumerable nam and rupa, or name and form. This is the real meaning of Ekam Sat Vipra Bahura Vedante. It's not one deity that we're looking to. It's the understanding of the universal nature of existence, Sat, which then becomes innumerable nam and rup, this pure existence, the big bang of creation, if you will, Sat, which then, of course, becomes the energy of sound, which is first, and then light, heat, which translates into the human experience of love. It's a warm experience. Hence, the Hindu understanding of our inner essence, the Atmana, which is not the mind, temporarily residing within this body, mind, emotion complex, but ultimately will transcend it, and does in meditation and contemplation, Raja Yoga, Dharana, Dhyana. So Satchidananda becomes the essence of pure existence, pure energy, Shakti, sound energy, light energy, Jyoti, and heat, which becomes the human experience of Ananda, or bliss, the warm experience, Satchit Ananda, very descriptive for the inner essence of all. Satchit Ananda, Jyoti Shakti, Ananda Shanti. Now, whereas Ganesha as Santosha, his big belly of contentment, meaning seeking contentment in life, Ma Saraswati represents, we could say, competence, being competent, being accomplished. For her very name, Saraswati, means flow having, or having flow. In other words, developing one's skills or competence. The very definition of competent, having the skills to do something successfully. And the many synonyms for being competent is actually good, trained, prepared, experienced, skillful, seasoned, and accomplished. When one is competent, they are also able, willing, proficient. Developing these skills, of course, takes practice, step by step, pade, pade, just like the elephant, pade, pade, or thread by thread, sutra by sutra. And practicing again and again. Dosa drista mohor muhuha, from the Saiva Hindu Guru Patanjali in the Yoga Sutras. See your defects again and again. Practice, practice. Mohor muhuha. Till one develops a flow, Saraswati. The outcome of diligent and concerted and focused practice. That's why in the Hindu Yoga Dharma, all of our arts are religious arts, whether it's music, dance, painting, sculpture. And the very Hindu yoga, religious, spiritual, scientific, philosophical lifestyle. All of this takes decades to learn, which is why concerned Hindus should be very concerned, very upset over the modern unhealthy trend of, in simply 200 hours, one declaring oneself a professional yogi. Absolutely absurd. Nothing could be further from the truth. And these so-called yoga teachers are not competent. They are the opposite, incompetent. They're raw, inexperienced, unprepared, untested, and unfit. So being accomplished, being competent, takes tremendous work. And the outcome of this state of competence is a state of contentment or santoshi. So how do we as Hindus, how do humans in general achieve a state of competence and contentment? Well, if we as Hindus look to Ganesha as Santosha, the big belly of contentment, we understand that we must start with the wisdom of Ganesha as Vigneshvara, the remover of obstacles. Is this not what we first do when we undertake any task? Is we clear the boards, if you will. We clear the field. We prepare the land. We remove all the obstacles that are standing in our way so that our practice can be fruitful. This is why the symbolism of Mahaganapati is so primal, so vital. So when we look at his elephant head and his human body, a divine being, it's a reminder that we too are that, animal, human, divine. This is the form of yours and mine. And also, beautifully understood in the chanting of the primal sound. Remember, the first emanation of creation is sound. The primal sound, Om, Ah, U, animal, human, and divine. See how all of the puzzle pieces beautifully fit together? Ah, U, animal, human, divine. This is the form of yours and mine, if we look at the picture of Ganapati. And then in the symbolism of his head and his arms, etc., he's teaching us, like the trunk, to be strong and flexible and sensitive in body, mind, and emotions. And then our life is sweet. We're working towards this state of contentment by being competent. His one tusk reminds us to be humble. Humility is wisdom, the antithesis of being humiliated. If we look at his big ears, he's reminding us, listen, listen, listen. Be a good chela, be a good brahmachari, be a good student. Listen, listen, listen. To the outer voices and to the inner voices. Now he holds a gada and a pasa, reminding us, as we prepare, know what to get rid of. The gada, know what to hold on to, the pasa. Often seen sitting with one foot down, one foot up, he's reminding us to keep one foot in Prakriti, the material world, the other foot into Purusha, the good balance of life, all preparation, which will produce the state of competence and its subsequent feeling of contentment, the big belly. And what are the psychological aspects of being contented, santosha? It's to be happy and satisfied, to be cheerful, tranquil, and serene. finding pleasure, gratification, ease, and well-being, as opposed to the malcontent, which is the outcome of being totally unprepared, untested, and unfit. One then takes on the psychological attributes of being unhappy and sad and dissatisfied, a malcontent, suffering from gloom, dejection, irritation, and melancholy, being joyless, vexed, agitated, and restless. Now we see the Hindu wisdom of depicting Ganapati and Saraswati together. First and foremost, understanding the words that we say, speech, the male deity of speech, Brihaspati, the female deity of speech, Vach, Bak, Ma Saraswati. Seeking competence in whatever we choose to do in life, which will bring that flow, Saraswati, of expertise, that flow of contentment that naturally swells at the belly and gives us all a sense of true prosperity, hence the inclusion of Ma Lakshmi. True prosperity in body, mind, emotions, and Atma. Remember, fellow Hindus, among all of our other important dharmas or duties in life, our overriding duty, dharma, is Atma Darshana Paramo Dharma. To realize, see, experience the Atmana of Satchit Ananda. Satchitananda Vigrahe Vakrutundaya Dhimehe Tanudante Prachurayat, as we beseech Mahaganapati and Ma Saraswati. Mahabhage Vidye Kamalalochane Vishrupe Vishalakshi Vidyam Dehi Namostade Jai Jai Saraswati Mata Jai Jai. And Mata Lakshmi, Vishnu's Shakti. She teaches us what is true prosperity. Remember, Amritam Antar Pesa Bahir. We hold the Amritam, the nectar, the Soma, the inner bliss, next to our heart, and let the money come and go, not the other way around. So, fellow Hindus, strive for competence and subsequent contentment by also taking refuge, sharanam, in our Hindu devatas, devas and devis. Interestingly, within the word competent is the word tent. Think of an overriding tent surrounding you. This is the meaning of sharanam, as we take refuge in our Mahadevas and Mahadevis and feel their protection and feel their comfort. Raksha, Raksha, Maheshwara. Hara Om, Hari Om, Hara Om, Tat Sat Om. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shantihi. Be a competent and contented member of the Hindu family. Om Jai Ganesha, Jai Maha Saraswati, Jai Mahalakshmi. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shantihi.